Minelle, certainly good to see you. So, you've been in Calypso for a while.
Yes.
It's 2020. It's a very different year.
For sure.
As a Calypsonian, talk to us, how different is this COVID year to you?
Oh, to me? Well, to me it was just like not being on stage for 1 year. And well, I've done it before. There was 2 years I wasn't around, and I felt it because I had issues pertaining to family and myself. But this year it was about how should I call it? God's making. Yeah, so it didn't really have an effect on me because they have other things that I do, but with singing, it stopped me from the hotels, it stopped me from, the Calypso. So it's like making an income, it wasn't, I couldn't. So
you were affected seriously this year?
Yeah.
And as a Calypsonian, you normally get a hype when there's the Calypso season.
Oh yeah.
How much did that affect you as a performer, as a writer?
Affects me?
Were you able to psych up for the show, for example?
Yeah, I had 2 songs written for myself, which I wrote. I wrote 2 songs with the assistance of Afo and Lindy, Afotiso and Lindy, and that was it.
And so, talk to us about the song that you did tonight, for example.
Oh, that's COVID had us to do a lot of things, rethink, change our lifestyle. And then I wrote this song, Last Days, because I'm part of a church choir. I get more involved in church activities now, so I decided to write this song.
Oh, good. Now, what do you think of the initiative by Balance Inc. to put on this event?
Oh yes, they should have more of that. They should have more of that.
So you think certainly to keep the Calypsonians active?
Yes, because sometimes some of the Calypsonians, that's what they do. Some, it's on a balance, So some of them have daytime jobs, nighttime jobs. The others just maybe depend on that,
So I want to take you up on something you just said about you in the choir and so on. So give us an idea. How did this happen?
I went to a rehearsals once. It was like a little sound check, and I started singing a song, and the choir leader was like, "Wow, why don't you join us?" No, I was at the rehearsals, and then one of the persons didn't show up, and then I end up singing the song that she didn't. And then I get to be the front row in the choir, and now I'm going for confirmation.
That's a major step. All that happened this year?
Yes.
Wow.
So now I'm going for confirmation and stuff, but already all of us have our differences, as I said, and it's up to us to make a little change in our life, because sometimes we get, sometimes it is what it is, but we are getting older, so we just leave it for maybe the young ones. We all have done it.
Okay, one final question. So you now getting ready for 2021, because 2020 is basically written off.
Yeah.
And so you'll be continuing more of writing for next year, or you already have material for next year?
I'll just continue helping myself. And if somebody else have a better idea than me, I can take their idea, and you never know. Any song can give you a crown right nowadays, It's just go out there and perform on the night.
How does it feel for you not having Calypso for a year?
Oh boy, that's tough, eh? I mean, I've been working on my music since from last year. I have my music record in February this year. And I'm telling you, I've been working on it. And sometimes I just give up. I just put the song aside and decide, boy, because I have a lot of songs that I wish to perform, and I never really get the opportunity because lack of finance, lack of people putting on shows and even inviting me to a show. So I doesn't have enough time, not enough opportunity to work on music, to work on my song, even to perform my music, which I would like to see a difference. But COVID-19 have us down and out mostly, So I still, they're holding on, we're hoping that something better will come up if the virus go away.
So what was this one about?
This one is about the politics of the island, what's going on in St. Lucia, between the 2 parties. We are red and yellow and red, and there's that fight between each other, blaming each other for everything that happened in the country. And it's only talking about the old politicians looking for a younger slate of politicians to do a better job than the old ones. This is basically what the song is about.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this initiative by Balance Inc. to have a show this year?
Well, Balance, I think Balance was a dream come true. Balance, as artists, we really never really get what we really want from the people who used to organize Calypso, like the tent managers, the tent owners, I will say. And we had a Calypso association, was not working for us either, you know. So we decided to let artists do their vibe on their own. Balance is a group formed by artists, for artists to do things in a different way, in a better way, to help themselves in terms of finance and help each other, support each other in many ways we can, because the tent owners didn't used to do that for us. So now Balance, putting Balance together was a dream come true. And I believe Balance is going far, will go far. A lot of people think Balance will mash up and Balance will not be successful, but I have a feeling Balance will be successful and Balance is there to stay. Yeah.
Now, Leen, you've been around for 30 years and more. You celebrated your big anniversary. How different is this season? Because you've never had a season where there's only one show for the entire season.
Well, I miss the whole vibe, the whole, you know, but I understand the reason why. It's a different feeling and a different, you know, the vibe that we have with all the fans and everything is not there. But, you know, I think at least we have one show. That's good. We had no shows, so I'm happy with it. Yeah.
And this is for you. I know you've been on the scene. This is the first time for you as well. But there's no Calypso final.
Yeah, this is the final. This feels like the final. You know, it was interesting being at the rehearsals yesterday, watching the different Calypsonians hold the mic, you know, and the feeling you could see on their faces, you know, the joy, you know, yeah, I'm on stage with a mic in my hand. And it's a real good feeling, and I'm really proud of the show and what we have achieved today.
You are here in a couple of capacities, Balance as well.
Yeah.
Also a performer. Talk to us.
I could talk all day.
So talk to us about this initiative, how it came about, and the value of it.
Well, this is something, the style of the show is something myself and the president of Balance Inc. Blaze, we spoke about many years before COVID. What COVID did was it forced us to get on it, because we were in the process of doing a you know, online concert. That was our focus before COVID, and then COVID came, and then it forced us, boy, we really have to get it on and do this. So we put all the resources together, and to come up with this idea where we record ourselves with a live band. We wanted everything. We didn't want it to be a normal, you know, take a camera and put on backing tracks and, you know, and say we go in virtual. We wanted all the players involved. We wanted the sound people involved, the lighting involved. We wanted cameras involved. You know, we wanted everything. We wanted everything. So it's great that we achieved what we set out to do today. To be on stage with a live band we're in the middle of the crisis still, you know, but just to have a band behind you, it's just a wonderful feeling. It's just great. So hats off to all the players. You know, I may as well take the time and thank all the, you know, the people who made it possible. I'll start with yourself, Bernard Fanis and Calabash TV, you know, because without you guys' involvement, it would just be an idea. You know, because to bring it out the way people are seeing it now on screen and everything, it took a lot of behind the scenes work, and we thank you, Calabash TV, our friends at CDF, you know, for giving us the Cultural Center for free nights to basically do what we have to do. We have to thank them. Our friends at UNESCO, you know, for giving us support. SLDB gave us support as well. Our friends at CPJ, we have to send some love for them as well. So we had some real great partners, our friends at the Ministry of Creatives as well. We had to give them some love as well, because we had some great partners who sat down with us and understood the vision, what we were trying to achieve, because all protocols in place, like you could see, and we were able to get the Calypsonians hyped up and give them a stage where they could present their work, because COVID kind of dampened a lot of stuff, but we are creatives. We still write music. We write about everything. We sing about everything. So here's an opportunity to present it on stage, and I think all the Calypsonians, they're absolutely, you know, amazed and happy with the event today.